What's up, everybody? And it is Lewis. We're back at it again with the Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes UFC 325 main event prediction and breakdown. I will be going through the keys for victory for each fighter, and then I will be giving my decision on who I think will win the fight. Let's just get right into it. Let's just start straight away. Let's get right into it. No jibber jabber needed. And here we go with the keys for the champion, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Countering on the back foot. He did this a lot, and he does this a lot in his fights. Alexander Volkanovski is a really, really good counter striker. So I think that he's going to be able to effectively do that yet again against Diego Lopes. Remember, this is the second fight that they've had. I should put a 2 right here. This is the second fight that they are having. So this is not the first fight that they're having. This fight has already happened before. So I personally think that, if Diego Lopes is implementing these keys, that he could have a really good shot at winning this fight, and he could potentially win this fight, right? Diego Lopes is a good fighter, but with Volkanovski, you have this countering on the back foot, and he's really good at it, and he's really good at picking his shots on the back foot and landing with hard counters, right? So I think that's always going to be a key for him, just like it was in the first fight. Also, I have mixing up striking and grappling, right? Don't be afraid to get into the clinch with Diego Lopes, right? Don't be afraid to shoot on a hip, right? Don't be afraid to shoot it on a single leg, right? Just cause a difference in momentum to be able to stop or potentially start something with Diego Lopes, right? Because if you're mixing up the grappling, now he's a bit more tentative or hesitant on the front foot, and it just gives him something else to react to. It gives you something else to think about, right? Because now you know, okay, this guy's not just going to strike with me. He's going to potentially try to take me down, right? And I think Volk is going to be able to potentially get that grappling off if he chooses to, but it's going to be a bit tough because he is a submission artist. But he did so in the first fight too. Volkanovski, man, just because he's an unk and just because he's sleeping right here doesn't mean he's not fully awake. And I also have using height to get to the inside of striking pocket. Volkanovski's 5'6". He's a little manly. He's our short king. Diego is 5'11". So I do think that the shorter fighter would probably have an easier time getting into the striking range, into the pocket, because he is shorter, right? And a lot of times in that fight, Diego Lopes was kind of swinging over Volk because he's not there to be hit because he's just a bit lower, right? So I think that using Volk's height is going to be very key for him because it gives him so many options. And also he has long arms too, right? So he can really have those tight hooks, real tight hooks from the inside on Diego Lopes, really hitting the body as well. And then pushing back out, bop, 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 in combination, and now circling back out, after he rocks Lopes, right? So I think if Volkanovski does all of these things, I think he has a really, really good chance of winning the fight. Now let's move on to the next combatant. We have keys for Diego Lopes, the challenger for the second time. In that first fight, he did not go first a lot. This is going to be the key for him if he really wants to win this fight. Go first, right? Be first. When you did go first and you struck in combination and you were kind of going with straight shots, you were landing on Volk. You were landing, right? But he didn't do that enough. He was very hesitant on the front foot, right? He didn't know whether he wanted to go or whether he wanted to stop, right? And I think that kind of costed him, right? That kind of mentality, he couldn't really settle himself into the fight because he wasn't being his true self. He was trying to be a bit more measured, right? So I think that if he does go first, he has a really good shot of potentially catching Volk. As he's trying to counter you, if you are going to go first, try to strike within combination. That's going to give you the best chance to potentially land on Volkanovski because he is such a good striker. Next, I have mixed it up with the kicks and punches. He didn't really kick much in the first fight. Didn't really kick much. So if he does start throwing out some body kicks, man, that could be a huge game changer, right? Because you are the taller fighter. You're filling that space within that void, right? So just throw something out there. Right? And if you have nothing in the punches department, throw out a kick. Throw out a leg kick. Throw out a high kick, right? Give Volk something else to worry about other than the hands. I think that's going to be really crucial for Lopes. Next, it's getting in on the clinch when Volk crashes in. I think that Lopes needs to kind of utilize the clinch here, right? Volk is a shorter fighter. And Islam Makhachev was able to use the clinch very well against Volkanovski, right? Because he is just a shorter fighter. So if he's able to use the clinch to his advantage, right, and start landing some knees and start really waning on the gas tank of Volkanovski with knees to the body, I think that could be really crucial for him, right? Landing strikes in the clinch, right? Pushing Volk up against the cage, knees to the thigh, right? Punches to the body, slight punches to the head, right? Make it boring. Make it a Marab fight, Diego. And I think that could be really crucial for him to potentially get this one done as well. But now, it's time for me to decide a winner. Who do I think is going to win this fight? It's Alexander Volkanovski via decision. I think he can get this one done again by decision. I think Alexander Volkanovski is just too damn skilled. But I do think Diego Lopes is going to do better. I do think he will do better in this fight. But I still think Volk will just be a step ahead at all times. Right? That's why I have him winning 48-47, 48-47, 49-46. I think that is probably going to be a very common scorecard, the 49-46. But I think Diego Lopes, he's going to be able to do much more things because he is going into a rematch. But I also think Volk is just really good at what he does. And I think he's going to be able to stifle Diego Lopes with whatever kind of game plan he's trying to come with. But not if Diego does those three keys, man. If he does capitalize on those keys that I just mentioned, he could very well easily win this fight. But I have Volk via skill issue for Diego. I don't think he's as skilled as Volk. It doesn't matter if he's an unk. I still think Volk is one of the best, if not the best featherweight of all time. He's fantastic. He's amazing. And I think he's still well in his prime to be able to get this one done versus Diego Lopes. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you guys. I should add the 2 right here. This is the second fight that is going to happen. So look at my mouse. 2. There you go. And I'll see you guys when I live stream our UFC Fight Companion. So be here, react to the fights with me, be in chat. Let's have a great time. And I'll see you guys next time when I'm breaking down fights. Or tomorrow. We're doing a casual Thursday stream as well. So take care, everyone, and peace out.